Right. Good afternoon. We'll go ahead and get going. We'll start in a child's pose. Okay, so toes together, knees come a little bit wider, or maybe even really wide, maybe all the way out to mat distance apart. Get a little bit more opening through those hips if you'd like. So we'll be a little bit more active in it. So reaching those hands forward, spreading those fingers out, pressing into those palms to press those hips a little closer to those heels. Just soften that head down. That chest relax down to the mat. Being aware of those toes and those feet. So we want the feet pointed straight, not kind of angling in at all. A little safer on those tendons and joints of the ankles. Start to take those big breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Really filling those lungs with air on that inhale. Exhale, flexing that belly to press all of that air out. We'll keep that core a little bit tighter as we inhale. So we'll expand just a little bit. We want to think most of that expansion is through that rib cage. Now let's lift up. Walk those hands over to that right side. Walking those hands off the mat. Big reach through that left arm. Press that left hip back. Big stretch. And let's walk these hands over to that left side, reaching out through that right arm. Rest that head down. Let's bring those hands back to center. And we'll come up onto, those hands and knees. Move into those cat-cow. So on that inhale, drop that belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone as we look up. Exhale, round that spine, press the shoulder blades away, pull that belly in. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. And lift. And round. Last time, lift. And round. Now bring it to neutral spine. Walk those hands forward. Grip those palms, pulling hands towards each other, and then pull the palms back, stabilizing through those shoulders, resting that head down. And then lower onto those forearms, stepping those feet back to our plank. Chest is pulling forward, pulling the heels towards you or towards your elbows as the elbows pull back. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now press those hips up as those arms are walking. The shoulders walk behind those elbows, and we can walk those feet to the hands. Slight bend those knees if you need it. Really press that tailbone up. Press those heels down. Flexing those quads just slightly. One more breath. And then we'll walk those feet back. Come back to that front plank. Lower those hips down. Point the toes. Elbows will pull back as we lift up through the top of the head. And then soften it down. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Let's send it back to that child's pose. Lifting up. Same idea, but we're just going to move through everything a lot faster. Pause it for a breath here. Then walk those hands over to that left side. Pause it for a breath. Bring it back to center. Come onto the hands and knees. Cat cows. We'll go 3 of them, just moving with your own breath. Maybe adding any side to side motions or any extra motions that you need. So we'll go into that puppy pose. So walking those hands forward, grip the palms to rest that head down. Slide it forward to our plank, holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the hips down, point those toes. Elbows pull back, lift up through the top of the head. And soften down, send back to that child's pose. And walk the hands over to the right. Then over to the left. Back to center. Cat-cow. 3 times. Make it your own. Yeah, then we'll come into that puppy pose. So nice neutral spine first. Active through those hands, through the arms. And slide it forward to our forearm plank. Oop, I forgot something that time, didn't I? So hold it here. Now, the one I forgot last time. Press those hips up. Dolphin. Hips are up high. Heels are pressing down. Shoulders behind the elbows. One more breath. And then step those feet back, front plank. Soften those hips down, lifting up into that Sphinx pose. And soften it down. Hands come underneath the shoulders. This time we're going to reverse our plank. Send those hips up, downward facing dog. Take a moment, pedal those feet out, sway those hips. Then inhale on the toes. Bend those knees, step those feet, top of the mat. Half lift on that inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll rise. Reach up nice and tall. Side bend over to the right. Inhale it back up to the left. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands down as we fold. Half lift on the inhale. Now we're going to start this pretty early. Plant those hands down. We're going to come into that crow pose. Now, if you are not warmed up yet or you're not quite ready yet, just bring those elbows or the knees up to your triceps. And lifting those feet, lengthening through that spine. Maybe you're just tapping those feet. Then you can step or hop those feet back to our plank. Lower. Inhale, lift that chest. Exhale, hips to the sky, down dog. So another 2 breaths here. Active through those quads, the front of the legs. Last breath. And inhale on the toes. Bend those knees, step those feet, top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, full. Inhale, rise. Reach up tall, side bend to the right. Inhale it up, side bend to the left. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, fold. Flatten out that back on that inhale. And exhale, plant those hands, triceps, knees. So you want to go higher up into your triceps, and I'm going, my shirt is just very slippery. And you almost want your knees up by your armpits or in your armpits, lifting those feet. And when you're ready, shooting those feet back to our plank, moving through your vinyasa, exhaling down dog. One more of these. And if you just want to skip those crows altogether, you have that option as well. But if you want a little practice, this will be good for that. And come onto the toes. Bend those knees. Step those feet top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, side bend to the right. Back up. To the left. Bring it back up. Exhale, fold. Flat back, inhale. Plant those hands. Knees to the triceps. Lifting those feet, breathing here. And back to plank. Vinyasa. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Another breath or two. And let's inhale on the toes. Bend those knees, step or hop those feet right behind the hands, sinking those hips right into that yoga squat. So knees are pressing out. Lift through that chest, nice flat spine. The more active we are driving those knees out, the easier it is to drop those hips down. Now, driving that knee out slightly with that right tricep, not letting the hips shift, just literally opening through that knee, bigger stretch to that inner thigh. Right hand lowers down, left arm reaches out and up. Exhale, switching sides, left hand down, right arm reaches up. Back to center. Pause. And straighten those legs as we fold. Half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop those feet back. Vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Feet together. Inhale, that right leg lifts. Let's bring that right knee to that right tricep. Inhale, send it up. Open up that hip, bend that top knee. Sweep that knee across that left elbow. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale, bring that knee through. Back heel stays lifted. Inhale, reach those arms up. Core tight. Bend into that front knee. Now bend into that left elbow. Right hand reaches for it. Big bend into that front knee. Lunging, core tight. Side bend over to the right. So a little stretch through that tricep. And inhale, bring both arms up. Twisting left hand forward, right arm reaches back. Reverse it. Left arm up, right hand down. And circle those hands all the way down to the mat. Step it back to plank. Vinyasa. Down dog when you're ready. Feet together. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bring that left knee to the left tricep. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, bring it across. Inhale it back up. Exhale, curl that knee and stepping that foot through. Inhale, reach those arms up. High crescent lunge. Now bend into that right tricep. Left hand reaches for it. Press that head back, core tight. Side bend over to the left. Inhale, reaching those arms back up. We'll twist. Right hand reaches forward. Left arm reaches back. And reverse it. Right hand up, left hand slides down. And we'll circle those arms all the way down to the mat. Step it back to plank. Vinyasa. Hips up, down dog. One more breath. Then come onto the toes. Bend those knees, step or hop those feet right behind the hands. Into that squat. Drop those hips down, lifting through the chest. Really active, driving those knees out. Right hand lowers down, left arm reaches up. And switch. And bring it to center. Straighten those legs as we fold. Half lift on that inhale. Exhale, plant those hands, step or hop it back, go right into that chaturanga. Exhale, up, down dog. Feet together, inhale, right leg lifts. The right knee to that right tricep. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale, that knee across. Inhale it up. Curl that knee to the nose. Step that foot through. Inhale, reach those arms up. Bending into that left elbow. Bend into that right knee a little more. Side bend. Inhale it back up. Twist left hand forward. Right arm reaches back. Reverse it. Now adding on to this. This right hand is going to come down to the mat. Left leg is going to lift. Right arm reaches up to the sky. One more breath. Lower the hands down. Left leg back. Right leg back. Vinyasa. And down dog. Feet together. Inhale. Left leg lifts. Left knee to that left elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale it across. Inhale, send it back up. Curl that knee to the nose. Step that foot through. Inhale, reach those arms up. Bend that right elbow. Press the head back. And side bend. Inhale those arms up. And twist right hand forward. Left arm reaches back. Reverse it. Now right hand lowers down. Left arm up. Right leg up. And then step or lower the hands down. Right leg back, left leg back. Vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. And hold it for another breath or two. Now from here, feet together. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bring that right knee to that right elbow. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale, that knee to that left elbow. Now if we want to go into that Fall in our broken triangle. Extend that leg through. Drop the left heel, left arm reaches up. Lower that hand down, send that right leg up to the sky. Curl that knee to the nose, stepping that foot through. Let's add a twist in here. So right hand reaches up, left arm reaches down. Lower that hand down, inhale, both arms lift up. Hands will come to heart center as we hover that chest, floating that back leg up into that warrior three. So square those hips, point those toes down. Core is really, really tight. Hold, finding that balance. Now add in that twist, but try not to put that left hand down. Try and hover it. So opening up to that right side, then extend that left hand down. Right arm reaches up. Obviously, if you're losing your balance and need to lower that hand down, you can. Now big step back, holding that T. So that left hand is forward. Ooh, right hand is back again. Reverse it. Left arm up. Right hand slides down. And both arms up, back heel down. Tee out those arms. Warrior two. Easing towards that right hand, core tight. Bend that front knee a little more. Keeping that front knee bent and that knee pressing out. We'll reverse it. Right hand up, left hand slides down. And we'll re-tee out the arms. Half moon. Balance, right hand down. Ooh, left heel or left leg lifts, pressing through that foot, lifting up through that left hand. Maybe that right arm floats up. Big step back. Warrior two. Circle those arms down into that runner's lunge. Then step it back to plank. Vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Other side, feet together. Inhale, that left leg lifts. Left knee to that left elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale it across. Extend that leg. Drop the heel. Right arm reaches up. Hand down. Sweeping that left leg up. Curl that knee to the nose. Stepping that foot through to that runner's lunge. Twist. Left arm reaches up. Lower that hand down. Inhale, both arms will reach up. High crescent lunge. Sink into that front knee, core tight. I'll bring those hands to heart center. Start to hover that chest. That back leg lifts. Press through that heel, core tight. Another breath here. Now start to twist over to that left side. Now we start to extend those arms up, keeping that left hand hovering. And we'll take that big step back, hold that twist, reverse it. Right arm up, left hand slides down. And both arms reach up. Spin that back heel down, coming into our warrior two. Reverse it. So keep that front knee bent. Don't let that knee cave in at all. Left arm reaches up and back. And half moon balance. Lower that hand down, couple inches above that foot. Right arm reaches up, pressing through that back heel. Again, maybe floating that left hand up off of the ground. Big step back into warrior two. Circle those hands down into that runner's lunge. Step back to plank. Vinyasa. Exhale. Down dog. And one more breath in, down dog. We're going to repeat. We're going to add on a little bit. Bring those feet together. Inhale. Right leg lifts. Right knee. Right elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale it across. Extend. Left arm up. Hand down. Reach that leg back up. Curl that knee to the nose. Stepping that foot through. Runner's lunge. Right arm reaches up. Lower the hand down. Inhale, both arms up. Hands come to heart center as we hover that leg. Holding that balance, that warrior three. Start to add in that twist. So keeping the hands at heart center, start to rotate that torso. And then we can extend those arms out. Hold it. Step back into that lunge. Reverse, left hand up, right hand down. Inhale, both arms up, spin that back heel down. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Half moon balance. Big step back. Warrior two. Then we'll circle those arms down into our runner's lunge. Now here's where we're going to add on a little bit. We're going to plant that left hand down, start to roll over to a side plank, sending that right leg back, full side plank. Now, right forearm is going to lower down. Heels will drop to the right. Left arm reaches up and lower that left forearm down. So forearm plank, press those hips back, start to walk those feet forward. Keep that core nice and tight, strong through those legs. Then we'll walk those feet back to a plank, drop the hips down, Sphinx pose. Soften it down, hands come underneath the shoulders. Press it up and back, downward facing dog. And bring those feet together. Inhale, that left leg lifts. Left knee to that left elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale that knee across. Extend that leg out. Side plank, right arm reaches up. Lower that hand down. Right leg comes back up, or left leg comes back up. Then curl that knee and step it through. Runner's lunge, twisting left arm reaches up. Hand down. Inhale, both arms up. Bring those hands to heart center. Hover that chest. Warrior three. Slowly adding in that twist. So twist the torso first. Then extend out. So right hand is reaching down. Maybe hovering. Maybe it's on the ground. Left arm is reaching up. Holding that twist. Step it back into that crescent lunge. And then left arm up. Right hand. Nope. Wrong way. Right arm up. Left hand slides down. And then we'll come into warrior two. Reverse that warrior. And then half moon balance. Right arm up, left hand down, or hovering. Big step back. Warrior two. Circle those arms down. Coming into that runner's lunge. And then making your way into that side plank. From here, left forearm lowers down. Plank over to the left. Then front plank. Hold. Press those hips back. Start to walk those hands, or walk those feet forward. Hands are staying still. We got to grip those fingertips into the mat. Another breath. Walk those feet back. Come forward to a forearm plank. Hips drop down, point the toes. Elbows pull back. Lift up through that top of the head. Soften it down. Hands come underneath those shoulders. Reverse that plank. Hips up. Down dog. Another breath here. And now shift it forward to a plank. Dropping those heels to the right. Left arm up. Now front plank. Heels to the left. Right arm up. Now this forearm is going down to the mat. Dropping heels to the right. Left arm up. Left forearm goes down. Heels to the left. Right arm reaches up. And we'll do front plank, both forearms down, and then start to press those shoulders back, walking those feet up to the hands. Now, from here, if you would like, a little more challenge, lift that right leg up and down. Left leg lifts and down. Right leg lifts again. Start to add in little hops. Good, now switch sides. Left leg up. Side might feel better, might feel worse. Good. Then walk it back to our forearm plank hold for 3, 2. Oh, and 1. Lower those hips down, pulling those forearms back, lift up through that top of the head. And soften it down. Press it back to that child's pose. Resting that head down, breathe. And come back onto those hands and knees. Step it back to plank and down dog. Stretch out those hips. So bring that right knee to that right wrist. Foot comes across. Left leg is sliding back. And then lower onto those forearms. You can rest your head onto your hands or maybe all the way down towards onto the mat. Whatever feels better on you, or if you even want to stay on those forearms, you can do that too. But for on the forearms, don't be collapsed into those shoulders. We want to lengthen, think about pressing the shoulder blades or the shoulders kind of away from the ears. And come up onto the hands. Okay, we're going to sit off to our right hip. So I'll turn so you guys can see me a little bit better, but now we're going to slide the right leg, the right shin forward a little bit. So we got a 90-degree bend through this knee, and then this leg comes back, same 90-degree bend here. You can see that maybe a little bit better. Good. Now we're going to continue to rotate around, maybe lowering those forearms down. So it's a big, big twist. Ooh, so it might be a little rough getting that forearm down. So if it's not quite making it and it needs to hover a little bit, or if you want to stay on your hands, that's fine too. Now, if you're regardless of whether you're on your hands or on your forearms, we're going to pull back, lengthen through that top of the head. Keep the abs tight. Breathe. Again, pulling those shoulders down and away. Nice long neck. And then we'll slowly untwist. I know I kind of turned around a little bit, but just make your way into a downward facing dog. We'll go to the other side. So send that left knee to that left wrist. Foot comes across as we slide that right leg back. And when you're ready, lower onto those forearms. Resting that head down. And then come onto those hands. Sit off onto that left hip now. 90 degrees with the left leg, with the hips, and then again with that right leg. So I'm going to turn around so you guys can see a little bit better. And then start to Rotate that right arm around. It's a big twist. So we want, think straight line, from your knee all the way up to the shoulder, and then we'll rotate. So you lower those forearms down. Active here. Elbows are pulling back, shoulders are pulling down, lifting up through that crown of the head. So we feel that big stretch along that right. I feel this right in here in that oblique, that side. Then slowly make your way out of it. And we'll come into a downward facing dog. Take another breath or two here. Then we'll lower onto those knees, come into a seat. One little bit of core. Legs are squeezing together. Reaching those arms forward. We're gonna do 20-second countdown. So going from here to all the way on your back. So rolling down one vertebrae at a time. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Big reach through those fingertips all the way down through those toes. Let's draw that right knee into the chest. And let's twist. Left hand guides that knee across as that right arm reaches out. And bring that knee back up. Let's switch sides like that. Left knee and right leg will extend out. And twist that knee across. Left arm reaches out, shoulder blade stays flat on the mat. And bring that knee back up. Hugging both knees into the chest. Let's round that spine, bring the forehead to the knees. We'll extend those legs out, reach those arms overhead. And exhaling those arms down by the sides. Palms will face up, shoulder blades will walk together. Begin to deepen your breath. Just wiggling those fingers and your toes. Reaching those arms overhead, full body stretch, fingertips to the toes. Curl those knees into the chest. Roll it on over to that right side. And press yourself up into that seat. Eyes remain closed, sitting up nice and tall. A big breath in. And exhale it out. Do 2 more, just like that on your own. And blinking those eyes open. All right, thank you for joining me. Have a great evening, and I will see you guys back tomorrow.